how it all went south.
We're back. And Jason, as I promised, I've got just a couple short little, I don't know. I just thought these were funny. Sometimes I love to just kind of go through these stories of like just random weird, like no one's hurt. Most of the times not even an arrest or something like that, but it's just funny things that criminals do, stupid things criminals do. And I was going to save this one for last, but I'm going to do it first because it really is, to me, it's funny. And we have some video and some photos to go along with it. But on November 29th of this year in Lone Tree, Colorado, a suspected thief ran when he was approached by a Lone Tree police officer, Jacob Tarr. The crook gave chase in a residential neighborhood, and Officer Tarr pursued him on foot, running through numerous backyards. After jumping a few backyard fences, the man stole a child's motorized scooter, and it's like zooms off. Officer Tarr, who is in it to win it at this point, commandeered another child's BMX bike and continued to pursue the thief in this now high-speed chase, some of which was caught on a Ring camera. The funniest thing by far is this view. It's from like inside a family's garage, and you can see them, and they're like in the garage. The garage door's open. It's a nice day out. I don't know what, wherever they're doing, God knows what, hanging out or cleaning the garage.
Yeah. And
you see this dude running down the street and like picks up this little scooter, and it's just like, man. And
wow.
10 seconds later, here's this cop, and he runs and he grabs this bike, this BMX bike, and you just see him,
It's like it's Paul Blart Mall Cop,
dude.
Almost,
it's
right?
So funny. It is gone in 60 seconds. It is not. It is like the lowest speed chase, but he probably could have ran faster than he was riding the bike and caught this guy on the scooter.
That's like that episode of Seinfeld where George Costanza's on the Rascal, little like scooters, and he's got like a pack of old people in rascals behind him chasing him.
Yeah, and
it's like if they just got off, they would have caught him, but they're like, no, let's get him.
That's pretty much exactly what I picture. In a post on the Lone Tree Police Department's Facebook page, the department said, quote, "The suspect might have had a scooter, but the suspect might have had a scooter, but Officer Tarr had determination and a kid's bike." I don't know why that's so funny to me.
Oh, my God.
In that same quote, the suspect was apprehended and charged with felony theft, and was determined that the suspect had 3 outstanding warrants, one of which was for armed robbery out of Adams County Sheriff's Office in Colorado. The suspect was booked into the Douglas County Sheriff's Office Justice Center. And I picture like Grand Theft Auto. Yeah. If you ever play the, GTA.
Yeah.
It's just like, I'm going to grab this scooter and, smashes somebody and grabs a bike or steals a car and just jumping in and out of these.
They actually need to make that version, this version of Grand Theft Auto for scooters, like slow motion.
I don't know. That doesn't sound very exciting at all. I would rather steal a helicopter and a Ferrari and drive it off a cliff. But we got to play. Hopefully, on this, we'll play some of the clips, because one of them is the body cam angle from the cop, and you just see this like neon green BMX, and his knees just coming up as he's like huffing away after this.
They're hard to ride when you're an adult, right?
Because it's small, for this guy, and he's got all his gear on him, the nightstick and it's just so funny. But the Ring footage is the best when you just see this guy come and scoop up the scooter and just like slowly go off screen, and then the cop comes by, just
there's a lot of like on foot chases that you see like in the old Cops or whatever, and you see like the one that's escaping, the criminal that they'll eventually catch. They're like hauling ass, right? And then you see like the big cop who's out of breath and like, his pits are sweating and he's like, man, I shouldn't have had that extra donut. He's just like, oh my God. And eventually, the lean police officer catches up with the guy. It's never the original guy who's out of breath,
Well, I don't know. Anyway, I thought that was, I was laughing at that one. And it's funny because like, as I mentioned, that Facebook page for the police department, like they're in on it, you know what I mean? Like this is funny. They released the body cam footage. They've got the homeowner actually sent the police department the ring footage, and they posted that online too, and thanked the homeowner for it. It's like they got the guy, all good, but this is funny.
That's so good.
Yeah. My next little story here is this is true, and this actually happened in Atlanta. It's the machete wielding clown. Did you hear about this? I feel like this has kind of happened a couple times, not just in Atlanta, but there was a period of time where people were dressing up. This isn't really around the country. People were dressing up like scary clowns and scaring people, like chasing people.
What was the year on this? Do you know?
This one just happened.
Oh, okay. Like this year?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
I was going to say maybe it was around when It became the Stephen King movie. It came out, and they were trying to replicate that.
That was probably when I'm talking about, there was like a rash of that.
Yeah,
I'm sure.
Yeah.
But it was maybe around Halloween. But it was like it happened in Virginia. It happened in I can't remember. It happened in a couple places. Anyway. An Atlanta resident recently had a terrifying encounter with a clown wielding a machete. The bizarre incident occurred earlier this month when the man was out for a walk. And what began as a routine stroll took a sinister turn as he encountered a well-dressed man wearing a clown mask riding a tricycle.
Here we go again.
Yeah, on a tricycle. Initially, the clown seemed playful, the man said, performing tricks. However, the situation quickly escalated when the clown approached the man and pulled out a machete, swinging it wildly. The man, fearing for his life, drew his own weapon. Of course, Georgia, everybody's got a gun on them. You should assume that they do. It's a safe bet. Drew his own weapon and demanded the clown leave him alone, but the clown kept coming after him. He did not fire the weapon on him, though. He just said, all right, this guy's nuts. I'm running. The clown, undeterred, continued to pursue the man, leading to a chase through the neighborhood. And this happened right outside the man's apartment. He lived in an apartment building. He was able to escape the clown's pursuit by running into a busy street, but was nearly hit by a car in the process. While the incident may sound unbelievable, other residents in the area have also reported similar encounters with this same menacing clown. Local apartment complexes have issued warnings to residents, and authorities are investigating the matter. As of now, as far as I'm aware, no arrests or the guy, whoever this is, has not been ID'd. And I did read too that the police told the guy that at the range that he was describing, they said he could have hit you with that machete. Like you were within striking range. So it doesn't sound like the guy. It sounds like maybe this dude's just scaring people. But I mean, it's December right now. It's not like it's Halloween and you can get away with that. Like, hey, it was Halloween. I was pranking and it went too far. Like, it's December.
It's just a machete. No big deal.
Yeah. The other one is completely ridiculous, I think. My last story here and completely bizarre. In a truly puzzling turn of events, New Zealand's feline population is under attack from a mysterious hair-clipping menace. Yeah. Cat owners in Palmerston North are baffled and outraged as their furry friends return home looking like victims of a particularly bad barber. The culprit, a phantom figure known only as the Great Cat Shaver, this is what he's been called, has been striking with surgical precision. Victims range from a Persian Maine Coon to humble domestic shorthairs, all of whom have suffered the indignity of having their fur forcibly removed. One such victim, a cat named Bosco, we got a couple pictures of Bosco we'll show, has been targeted twice. The first time he returned home, had been gone for 2 days, and when his owners found him, he had his whole belly, shaved, and it was just, like, what? This is so weird. Not long after, he vanished again, only to reappear with a severely compromised mane. A Maine Coon, if you've never seen one, they're beautiful. It looks like a lion, miniature lion, and they're gray. They're beautiful cats, but so they had cut the mane off. His owners, Larissa and Greg Robinson, are understandably distraught. They said it's like something out of a bizarre horror movie. Who'd do this to an innocent cat? So they took to a social media group to, talk about this and say, like, what the hell? What's going on? Who is this? It turned out they weren't alone. Cat owners from all corners of Palmerston North began telling of their own similar experiences. Shannon Harris's cat, Hissy. Shannon Harris's cat, Hissy, had been a repeated target, returning home with mysterious patches of missing fur. Karen Grantley's mother's tabby, named Coda, also had been a victim of the phantom shaver, often returning sore and with a suspiciously smooth belly and hind legs.
Suspiciously
smooth hind legs. Local authorities are currently stumped, and the SPCA is urging cat owners to keep their pets indoors to avoid becoming the next victim of the Great Cat Shaver, or whatever. What is he called? The Great Cat Shaver.
So they haven't found him yet?
No.
Can you imagine, like, in the neighborhood, like on the telephone poles, like, wanted?
We've got a picture of that, and it's actually the one.
Oh, no way.
Yeah, we'll show it. It's not from this story. I couldn't find it. I know that they probably had one, but the one here I think is from, like, Virginia. So this thing has actually happened more than once, which is bizarre. New Zealand and Virginia. It's so weird.
Wonder what the reason is.
I gotta think it's somebody playing, it's stupid, but I don't know, playing pranks, or like it's harmless for the most part, other than it's, it seems like they're sore.
You think it kind of stops there? You don't think it's like this, whoever this person's like making a coat or like a wig or like
Cruella DeVille? One patch at a time.
Right.
Cat hair coats are all the rage. I don't know.
Silence of the Cats, maybe.
It's and I have to say, have you ever tried to pick up a cat that doesn't want to be picked up?
Yeah,
it ain't easy.
Yeah, they can be evil.
It ain't easy, man. So this person, I'm just picturing they've got to have some protective gear, and they're
right. That's so weird.
It's such a weird. It's funny. It's not. You know what I mean? I got a cat. It's not funny. I'd smack somebody if they, messed with my cat. But it's in the big picture harmless. But it is so bizarre, and it's bizarre. It's even more bizarre that it's happened more than once in different places in the world, like repeated shaving cats.
You got machete wielding clowns all over the place. You got cat shavers. We
as a society are possibly doomed. When behavior like that catches on and spreads.
There's no possibly about it. It's inevitable at this point.
Well, at least if we go down, this guy's gonna have a nice comfortable cat jacket to ride out the apocalypse in. That's all I got for you. I'm Sean Kipe here with Jason Hoke, and this is How It All Went South. Thanks for joining us. Leave some comments, reviews, rate, all that stuff. Join us on YouTube if you haven't, and we'll see you soon. Thanks.
See you next time.